Bedtime Story 23 Lila and the Magical Jungle Adventure 2 Stories. In a land where the stars twinkle above the treetops, lived a tiny explorer named Lila, a baby leopard with curious eyes and a heart full of dreams. Each night, when the jungle hushed and the moon smiled down, Lila would tiptoe past her sleeping mama, ready for an adventure. Tonight felt special. The fireflies danced brighter and the stars whispered secrets in the wind. "Let's follow the firefly trail," Lila whispered to herself, tail twitching with excitement. The fireflies led her to a clearing where flowers glowed like lanterns and vines hung like hammocks. A tiny sloth named Nino peeked out from a vine. Going on a starlight walk, he asked sleepily, "Wanna come?" Lila asked. Nino smiled and climbed down slowly. "Only if there are snacks." They soon met Bella the frog, resting on a lily that glowed in the moonlight. "You can't go on a jungle adventure without a song," Bella croaked, and began to hum. Their trio wandered deeper, where the air shimmered and the jungle sparkled like stars. The mushrooms lit up beneath Lila's light, sparkling like stars. "Your glow is amazing," Nino clapped. They followed the river that giggled over smooth stones, its surface twinkling with firefly reflections. "Look, I can glow too," Bella whispered, changing her color to match the moonlit leaves. They stumbled upon the whispering trees. When the wind blew, the blossoms sang lullabies. This jungle is full of magic. Even the breeze feels sleepy. Lila landed on a tree that pulsed with warmth. "The heart tree," Nino whispered. "It helps dreams grow." "I could nap right here," Nino yawned, his eyes drooping as soft jungle music filled the air. A single dewdrop slid down a petal, catching the moonlight like a crystal. Even Bella stopped changing colors and whispered, "I think I'm getting sleepy." The jungle stilled. The stars above and fireflies below danced in harmony. An owl blinked once, twice, and then snoozed, nestled in his leafy nook. There was another heart tree, but this one was very magical and shimmered with dream light, sending peaceful wishes across the jungle. Even Lila let out a glowing yawn, floating lower as sleepiness swept over her. Her friends snuggled in their cozy spots. Nino snored softly and Bella's croaks fluttered with each breath. The jungle whispered, "Good night," in a breeze that kissed each sleeping creature. Above them, fireflies made sleepy shapes in the sky, hearts, stars, and moons. The moon beamed with pride. Her jungle was at peace, filled with glowing dreams. Lila's dreams were full of sky adventures, floating on clouds and chasing stardust. Everyone dreamed sweet dreams. Nino dreamed of bananas that never ended. Bella dreamed of glowing rainbows. Their dreams connected in a magical cloudland, where laughter echoed like lullabies. Tiny stars fell like feathers, tucking the jungle in like a cozy blanket. The heart tree's leaves folded shut, humming a final bedtime tune. Only the sound of gentle breathing and the soft buzz of fireflies filled the night. Lila smiled in her sleep, dreaming of tomorrow's journey. The magical jungle glowed under the stars, peaceful and still. From the tiniest bug to the tallest tree, the jungle slumbered under the moon's watch. "Sleep well, my glowing friends," the moon whispered, slowly sinking behind the trees. And as the sky blushed with the first touch of morning, the jungle stayed wrapped in dreams, for just a little while longer. Are you feeling relaxed and ready to snuggle and go to sleep yet? If you are, you can always come back. Good night, little ones. Have a wonderful, peaceful, full of beautiful dreams. Okay, if not, here is story number 2. Lila was a brave and kind little girl with a curious spirit and a deep love for all animals. She had a special gift. She could change her looks, change the world, and even heal. Can you find her hidden third leg? We all look different in our own special ways. If everyone looked the same, life would be very boring. So don't make fun of someone's looks because everyone is unique and special. Watch how the animals help the little girl. One day, while exploring the lush garden outside her home, she stumbled upon a peculiar sight. From beneath a giant mango tree, a mysterious path of glistening light peeked out as if beckoning her to follow. Lila, intrigued by its ethereal glow, couldn't resist the call of adventure. As she cautiously stepped onto the path, the jungle around her came alive with an otherworldly magic. Glowing vines adorned the trees, fireflies danced in the twilight, and the air thrummed with the music of unseen creatures. But amidst this enchanting spectacle, a sudden commotion startled her. High up in the canopy, a toucan squawked frantically, flapping its colorful wings. "Help me, please," the bird cried, its voice trembling. "I've lost my way back to the flock and I fear I'll never find them now." Lila, known for her kindness and love for animals, instantly felt a pang of sympathy for the distressed toucan. Without hesitation, she reached out a hand to help. "Don't worry," she said soothingly, her voice echoing with assurance. "I'll help you find your way home." With that, Lila began to climb the tree, determined to reunite the toucan with its family. As she ascended higher and higher, the toucan guided her towards its friends, chattering excitedly all the while. And then when Lila finally emerged into the open space where the toucans were perched, their joyful reunion was even more touching. The toucan nuzzled against her cheek, its vibrant colors adding a splash of joy to the already picturesque scene. And in that moment, Lila knew that her act of kindness had made a real difference in the lives of these magnificent birds. Overcome with gratitude, the toucan offered to repay Lila's kindness. "There's something I can do for you," it chirped, tilting its head in thought. "How about showing you the most beautiful sight in the jungle?" Intrigued, Lila accepted the offer, not knowing what wondrous experience awaited her. The toucan, whose name was Zuzu, spread its wings, inviting Lila to hop on, and they soared into the sky. Together they flew over the treetops, the wind ruffling Lila's hair as she marveled at the breathtaking vistas that unfolded before her. Suddenly, Zuzu let out an excited squawk, pointing his beak towards a clearing bathed in golden light. "Look there," he exclaimed, "it's the heart of the jungle. Legend has it that those who visit this place never have trouble sleeping again." With a mix of curiosity and skepticism, Lila decided to investigate. Upon reaching the clearing, her eyes widened in amazement. In the center stood a giant tree, its branches adorned with shimmering stars and moonstones that emitted a soft, inviting glow. At its base, an array of animals had gathered, each exuding an aura of tranquility that seemed to emanate from the tree itself. Among them was a small monkey with wide, curious eyes. Seeing Lila approach, he quickly hid behind a large leaf, his body trembling slightly. Mustering her courage, Lila extended a hand towards the frightened monkey. "Hello," she said softly, her voice gentle and reassuring. "I won't hurt you. Are you lost too?" The monkey hesitated for a moment, his eyes darting between Lila and the majestic tree. Finally, mustering a bit of bravery, he emerged from his hiding spot and introduced himself as Milo. Together, Lila and Milo embarked on a journey through the heart of the jungle, their path illuminated by patches of moonlight filtering through the dense canopy above. Suddenly, a loud rustling in the underbrush startled them, causing Lila to instinctively grab onto Milo for support. As the noise drew closer, a pair of luminous eyes appeared, followed by the emergence of a majestic tiger. "Can you spot Milo?" That's right, he is hiding under Lila's dress. He was so scared, but Lila was very brave. Startled, Lila took a step back, but the tiger only regarded her with a curious gaze before trotting away. Relieved, Lila and Milo continued their journey until they heard a soft whimper coming from a nearby cave. Inside, curled up in a corner, sat a tiny tiger cub, his fur matted and his eyes filled with sadness. Upon seeing Lila and Milo enter, the cub instinctively tried to hide, but his shivering body betrayed his efforts to appear strong. Moved by compassion, Lila approached the cub and offered a comforting smile. "What's your name?" she asked softly, kneeling down to his level. The cub hesitated for a moment, then whispered, "Taika." As Lila and Milo engaged Taika in playful antics, his initial timidity gradually faded away, replaced by infectious laughter that echoed through the cave. But their merriment was short-lived as a sudden downpour drenched the jungle in water. "Can you spot the monkey?" "Yep, he is hiding under Lila's magical raincoat. You can see his tail. What a smart monkey." Seeking shelter, ran past the glowing tree at the heart of the jungle, hoping for solace. And just as they reached the clearing, a familiar voice called out to them. It was Zuzu the toucan helping them out. "Over here," the voice beckoned. Following the sound, they discovered a cozy nook beneath the tree where a myriad of fireflies had gathered, their combined glow creating a magical spectacle. Among them was a particularly bright firefly with a gentle smile. "My name is Isha," the firefly said warmly. "I'm so glad you're here. We need your help." Intrigued, Lila inquired about the nature of their request, eager to assist in any way she could. And then the fireflies explained that they needed someone to guide them to the highest point of the jungle canopy, from where they could illuminate the path home for other lost fireflies. Realizing the importance of their mission, Lila volunteered to help without hesitation. With the fireflies safely nestled in her palms, Lila began her ascent. Upward, towards the tallest tree in the jungle, its branches reaching towards the heavens like beckoning arms. As she climbed higher and higher, the fireflies occasionally fluttered around her, lighting up the surrounding foliage with their radiant glow. When they finally reached the desired branch, the fireflies unfurled their magical wings and soared into the night sky. Their combined luminescence illuminated the jungle floor below, guiding lost animals back to safety. Witnessing this enchanting display filled Lila with a sense of accomplishment and wonder. Yet as the night deepened, a twinge of longing for her own home began to tug at her heartstrings. Understanding Lila's feelings, the fireflies decided to escort her home as well. Together, they embarked on a luminous journey through the heart of the jungle, their path illuminated by the very magic they had helped to restore. As they ventured deeper into the jungle, the surroundings grew eerily silent, the playful sounds of the forest replaced by an unsettling stillness. Just when Lila's worry began to rise, the fireflies suddenly burst into a lively dance, their twinkling lights painting the darkness with streaks of joy. And then, like a beacon of hope, they led Lila to a hidden waterfall that shimmered with an ethereal glow. With gentle nudges, the fireflies guided Lila towards the waterfall, their light dancing in her wide, curious eyes. As she stepped closer, the cascading water seemed to part, revealing a path that led deeper into the jungle. Hesitantly, Lila began to walk along the illuminated trail, her senses heightened with anticipation. The path wound through ancient trees adorned with glowing moss and past flowers that unfurled their luminous petals to reveal sweet nectar. The waterfall's magical luminescence illuminated towering ferns and sparkling dewdrops that glittered like celestial jewels. Finally, as the path stretched before her, Lila's steps grew lighter, her initial fear fading away, replaced by a growing sense of wonder. The waterfall's mystical glow enveloped her, filling her with a sense of peace and anticipation for whatever lay ahead. At the end of the luminous path stood the majestic tree from her dream, its branches heavy with celestial light. Beneath it, the animals rested peacefully, their bodies bathed in the otherworldly glow. As Lila approached, the animals stirred, their eyes filled with gratitude and recognition. Zuzo, the toucan, chirped excitedly, his colorful feathers glowing with an iridescent sheen. "You found your way back," he exclaimed, his voice filled with admiration. Milo, the monkey, swung from a nearby vine, his eyes shining with admiration. "You truly are the jungle's friend," he said, his voice echoing with sincerity. Teika, the tiger cub, padded towards her, his earlier shyness replaced by a confident swagger. "You brought the magic back to our home," he purred, nuzzling against her leg. And Isha, the firefly, hovered beside her, her glow pulsing with warmth. "Because of you," she whispered, "the jungle will never forget your kindness." In that moment, Lila felt an overwhelming sense of belonging and purpose. Her journey through the magical jungle had not only restored balance to the enchanted realm, but had also touched the hearts of its inhabitants. As the first rays of sunlight began to filter through the canopy, Lila knew it was time to return home. With heavy hearts, the animals bid farewell to their newfound hero, promising to never forget her acts of kindness and bravery. Stepping back into the familiar world, Lila felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The magical experiences of the previous night left her with a heart full of wonder and a mind brimming with fantastical tales. As she drifted off to sleep that night, Lila dreamed of soaring with toucans, swinging with monkeys, befriending tigers and dancing with fireflies, each dream more enchanting than the last. Moral of the story: being kind, brave and patient can lead to magical adventures and peaceful dreams. Someone's disabilities can become abilities. You are special, loved, and are very much needed, as Lila and the animals have shown. They all helped each other out. Sleepy takeaway: the jungle's nighttime magic has tucked the animals into bed, and the moon and stars are watching over them all. That is the wonderful stories of Lila and the magical jungle adventures. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and come back to watch more great bedtime stories. Good night, little ones, and have peaceful, sweet dreams.